Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's been gaining a lot of traction lately. Online slot content on YouTube. We've all seen those videos, right? People spinning digital wheels, racking up insane amounts of virtual cash, and making it seem like the easiest way to get rich quick. But let's break down what's really going on behind the scenes. We're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of online slots, exposing the tricks, the misleading tactics, and the outright lies that some YouTubers use to lure in viewers like you. Because let's be real, who doesn't love the idea of winning big from the comfort of their own home? But before you go emptying your bank account into some online casino, you need to see this. We're talking about the dark side of YouTube's slot craze. And trust me, it's wilder than you might think, so buckle up, smash that like button, and get ready to have your mind blown because things are about to get real. First up, let's talk about those jaw-dropping wins you see plastered all over these slot videos. You know what I'm talking about, the flashing lights, the confetti animations, the ear-splitting celebratory sound effects. It's enough to make you think that hitting the jackpot is as easy as breathing, right? Well, hold your horses. The truth is, these wins are often exaggerated, carefully curated to hook you in. We're talking about influencers showcasing massive wins that make it seem like everyone's winning big every single day. But what they conveniently forget to mention is that these wins might not even be real money. Think about it. Have you ever seen a YouTuber lose on one of these slots? Like really lose? I'm talking about long, agonizing streaks of spins where they just keep losing money hand over fist. Probably not. And there's a reason for that. Many of these influencers are playing with something called free credits. These are basically fake money that the casino gives them to gamble with, no strings attached. So, yeah, they might be winning big, but it's not their money they're winning. They're playing with house money, folks, and the house always wins in the end. And even if they are playing with real money, there's a good chance they're using what's called a demo mode. This is basically a special version of the slot game where the odds are completely skewed in the player's favor. It's designed to give you a taste of winning, to get you hooked on the feeling of hitting it big. But here's the kicker. The odds of winning big on a demo mode are astronomically higher than they are in the real game. So while it might seem like these influencers are just really, really good at slots, the reality is they're playing a rigged game. They're giving you a glimpse into a fantasy world where everyone's a winner, and that's just not how it works in real life. Now let's talk about something these slot YouTubers don't want you to see, the losses. Because let's be real, gambling involves a whole lot of losing. It's like trying to climb Mount Everest in flip-flops. Sure, someone might have done it, but the odds of you succeeding are slim to none. But you'd never know that from watching these videos. It's all sunshine and rainbows, big wins and celebratory dances. They conveniently edit out all the times they lost, all the times they spun the wheel and got absolutely nothing. They don't show you the frustration, the disappointment, the sinking feeling in your gut when you realize you just flushed another chunk of change down the digital drain. And that's the problem, right? That they're presenting a completely unrealistic picture of what it's like to gamble online. They're showing you the highlights, the Instagram-worthy moments, while conveniently sweeping all the losses under the rug. It's like showing someone a highlight reel of a basketball game where one team only makes 3 pointers. Sure, it's exciting to watch, but it's not an accurate representation of the game. The reality is, for every big win you see on these videos, there are probably dozens, if not hundreds of losses that never make it to the final cut. These influencers want you to believe that winning is easy, that it's just a matter of time before you hit it big. But the truth is, losses are a part of gambling, a big part. And by hiding those losses, they're not just being dishonest. They're putting you at risk. Because if you go into online gambling thinking that you're going to win big every time, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, frustration, and potentially some serious financial trouble. It's like going into a boxing match thinking you're invincible and then getting knocked out in the first round. You need to be aware of the risks, the very real possibility of losing, before you even think about placing a bet. Now let's talk about where these influencers are playing these slots, because it's not always on the up and up. We're talking about unregulated or loosely regulated online casinos, the kind that pop up overnight promising you the moon and the stars, but vanish just as quickly, taking your money with them. These shady platforms are like the back alleys of the internet, full of hidden dangers and potential scams. They lure you in with promises of high payouts, exclusive bonuses, and jackpots that'll make your head spin. But the reality is these promises are often too good to be true. Think about it. If a legitimate online casino offered payouts that were significantly higher than the competition, wouldn't everyone flock to it? The answer is yes, they would. So why would these shady platforms offer such outrageous deals? The answer is simple. To lure you in, to get you to deposit your hard-earned cash into their system, and once you're in, it can be tough to get out. These platforms are notorious for having hidden terms and conditions, making it nearly impossible to withdraw your winnings. They might hit you with exorbitant withdrawal fees, require you to wager your winnings multiple times before you can cash out, or even just straight up refuse to pay you. And the worst part is, there's often very little you can do about it because these platforms are unregulated. They operate outside the law, which means you have very little recourse if you get scammed. It's like trying to fight a ghost. You can swing your fists all you want, but you're not going to hit anything. So before you even think about creating an account on one of these platforms, do your research. Check out online reviews, look for any red flags, and make sure they're licensed and regulated by a reputable authority. Remember, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Let's talk about transparency, or rather, the lack thereof. Because here's the thing, many of these slot influencers are being paid by online casinos to promote their platforms. That's right, they're essentially brand ambassadors getting paid to make these casinos look good, to convince you to gamble with them. But here's the catch, they don't always disclose these sponsorships. They'll act like they're just regular people who love to gamble, who just happen to stumble upon this amazing online casino. They'll rave about the platform, the games, the bonuses, all while conveniently forgetting to mention that they're getting a fat paycheck to do so. And that's where things get really shady, because when influencers fail to disclose their sponsorships, they're essentially deceiving their viewers. They're creating the illusion that their opinions are unbiased, that they're genuinely recommending these platforms because they believe in them. But the reality is they're being paid to say nice things, to paint these casinos in a positive light, regardless of whether or not they deserve it. It's like watching a movie review and then finding out that the reviewer was paid by the studio to give it a glowing recommendation. It completely undermines their credibility, right? Well, the same goes for these slot influencers. When they hide their sponsorships, they're not just being dishonest, they're betraying the trust of their viewers. So, the next time you're watching a slot video and an influencer starts gushing about a particular online casino, ask yourself this. Are they being genuine, or are they just reading from a script? Are they truly recommending this platform because they believe in it, or are they just trying to line their own pockets? Now, let's talk about the granddaddy of them all, the claim that's as old as time itself, guaranteed wins. You've seen the headlines, the clickbait titles, the promises that you're just one spin away from becoming an instant millionaire. It's enough to make you want to cash in your 401k and bet it all on black, right? But hold on a second. Let's talk about reality for a minute. The reality is there's no such thing as a guaranteed win when it comes to gambling. It's all about luck, pure and simple. You can increase your odds by making smart bets, by understanding the game, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to chance. And anyone who tells you otherwise is either delusional or trying to sell you something. These influencers prey on your desire for easy money, for a quick fix, for a way to escape the daily grind. They dangle the carrot of instant riches in front of you, knowing full well that the vast majority of people will never even come close to achieving it. And that's the cruel irony of it all. The more these influencers promise you the world, the more likely you are to lose everything. Because when you're chasing an impossible dream, you're more likely to make irrational decisions, to bet more than you can afford, to fall deeper and deeper into the hole. So here's the truth, plain and simple. There's no shortcut to success, no magic formula for winning at slots. It's a gamble, a risk, and like any risk, it comes with the very real possibility of losing. And anyone who tells you otherwise is either lying to you or lying to themselves. So there you have it, folks. While online slot content can be entertaining, it's crucial to be aware of the potential pitfalls and misleading practices. Don't fall for the hype, the exaggerated wins, and the empty promises. Remember, these influencers are often motivated by profit, not your best interests. Always gamble responsibly and stay informed. If you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction, please seek help. There are resources available to provide support and guidance. Don't let gambling control your life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more insightful content. See you next time.